Better marketing really came from an initiative that had been running with the WFA for about 10 years called Project Reconnect. And during the project, we looked at a number of factors that were causing people to have less trust and less awareness and engagement with marketing generally. So we thought, well, now is a moment after doing this for 10 years to kind of raise the bar and ask for better marketing and to help people with practical ways of improving the way brands market. Yeah, it's a scary statistic that people say, 70% of people say they wouldn't care if brands disappear. And I think that comes from a few factors, actually. One, I think we're all very familiar with brands now. They're not as new as they were in the 70s and 80s. Secondly, there's so many ways that brands seep into our lives now, thousands of channels that we see. So we're getting used to avoiding brands. And then I think thirdly, a lot of new digital technology is increase the amount of disruptive techniques that brands that are using that aren't really in the best interests of the consumer. They're actually quite annoying, and the more annoying brands become, the less people will want them in their lives. You've got to stand for something. We talked a lot about that, and some brands can actually play a meaningful role in changing society for good. We talked about Patagonia and their desire to make the environment a better place, and the challenges they've taken on in order to support that are wide and varied. And but I think it's got to be authentic to the brand. Not every brand can change the world, but knowing what you stand for enables you to have an authentic dialogue. If you're authentic, you're transparent, and that's a great start for all brands. Why do I do what I do? That's a great question. I guess after I'm old now, so I've been involved in marketing for over 30 years. And I think, constantly striving to do better and to improve the environment that we work in. There's been a lot of change over the last 30 years. And I think brands are now inundated with tools and techniques to communicate with their customer, but they've forgotten a few of the real basics. And to me, championing humanity is something that's very close to my heart, and trying to do the right thing. And making sure brands play a meaningful role in society is important to me.
So at the World Federation of Advertisers, our job is to try and bring marketers together so that they can learn from each other in order to cut down trial and error and be more effective and efficient at what it is they do. On the flip side of the coin, we know that marketers are under a lot of pressure from politicians, from regulators, from the press, from parents who are blaming marketers for all kinds of things. So it's not just being more effective and efficient, it's actually being more responsible, because only through responsibility will you become more sustainable as a business. So when we looked at our purpose as an organisation at the World Federation of Advertisers, we all sat down as a team and thought, what was the essence of what we stood for as an organisation? And ultimately we landed upon better marketing, meaning more effective marketing, more efficient marketing, but ultimately more sustainable marketing as well. Maybe brand narcissism is still a bit too strong, and I think we need to be comparing ourselves increasingly with those DTC brands who are putting the consumer front and center and iteratively working every day to make sure that the consumer experience is better for them.